Proteus, I will leave now. And we shouldn't keep staying here. I want to explore at home rather than staying here.
Are you really leaving? Think of me on your journey. I will pray for you.
We must depart now. Keep in contact with me.
I hope you enjoy in Milan.
At Verona, the two friends Valentine and Proteus. Valentine is about to leave and invites Proteus to come with him. Valentine also teases Proteus because he doesn't want to leave Verona, for he is in love. When Valentine left, Proteus met with Speed, who is Valentine's servant. When Valentine left, Proteus met with Speed, who is Valentine's servant.
Sir, have you seen my master?
He embarked for Milan. The letter that I gave you, have given it to Julia?
Yes.
What's with the nod?
I received no response from her, sir.
What, you said nothing? Go, begin!
Speed was given a task by Proteus to give a letter to Julia, whom Proteus loved. Proteus was also disappointed because Julia has no response to the given letter according to Speed. He seeks honor, but I seek love. He leaves his friends for their sake, but I leave myself. Friends, and all for love. Oh Julia, you changed me.
Verona at the garden of Julia's house.
Luisita, not that we're alone. To whom do you think I should fall in love?
Yes, madam.
What do you think of Sir Eglamour?
A good and fine man.
What about Bercasio?
He's rich, but he's full of himself.
What do you think of Proteus?
Read this paper, ma'am.
To Julia? From whom?
The contents will tell.
Just say it.
I think it's from Proteus.
Julia give names while Lucetta gives her opinion. Their conversation reached to Proteus, wherein Lucetta gave a letter from him to Julia.
Do you think I would just believe those words? Leave!
Give place for love than hate.
Will you leave?
Julia acts mad and asks Lucetta to leave because of the letter. But in reality she secretly wants it, and she reads it. After reading the letter, Julia calls Lucetta again.
Lucita!
What is it, ma'am?
It is dinner time!
It is being prepared.
They practiced singing, wherein they talked about Proteus again.
What took you so long?
Nothing. Just taking the paper that fell.
Is that paper nothing?
How about the letter Proteus gave?
This nonsense shall be no longer trouble me.
This makes Julia act mad again and tears the letter. I would be mad because she keeps repeating it. Oh, why am foolish? I'm so foolish to tear such loving words.
Ma'am, the dinner is ready.
Well, let us go.
Verona at Antonio's house.
Why are you sad?
Proteus, your son,
Why?
while other men building their reputation. He's just here at home.
I have thought that. Where should we send him?
Antonio and Panthino are bothered by the decision of Proteus to stay at Verona. The both of them came to a decision to send Proteus to Milan, to where Valentine is.
Such a good advice.
Sweet love, sweet lines, sweet life. Oh heavenly Julia.
What are you reading?
It's from Valentine.
Let me read it.
He just wishes me to be partner of his fortune.
Good. We have the same will. I want you to go with Valentine.
I cannot go.
You will go tomorrow.
Proteus objects, but his father said that he will be going tomorrow.
Proteus, your father calls you.
Proteus is saddened by the decision of his father Antonio. I want to obey my father, but I don't want to leave my Julia. At Milan at the Duke's palace. Speed gives a glove to Valentine, but he refuses. Speed teases him that it is special, so Valentine took it. He smelled it and realized that it was Sylvia's. Speed continued to tease Valentine that she loves Sylvia.
Sylvia!
When Sylvia came, he talked to Valentine about the letter. Proteus asks Sylvia about the letter that he wrote last night, of to whom it is for. Sylvia didn't give an answer. She got mad and told him that since he wrote it, he will be giving it back to him. Valentine wasn't able to comprehend that Sylvia asked him to write a letter for him. Meanwhile, Speed comprehended it, so when Sylvia departed, he proceeded to tease again Valentine. Back at Verona at Julia's house. At Julia's house meet Julia and Proteus. There they spend their time together before Proteus' departure. They gave each other a ring, hugged and kissed. After that, Proteus departed. Back at Milan at the Duke's palace. In the palace, Sylvia, Thurio, Valentine and Speed are talking to each other. Thurio is angry at Valentine due to the building closure between Valentine and Sylvia. After some time, the Duke came. He first talked to Sylvia, then to Valentine about Proteus. When they are done talking to each other, the Duke departed. With the three of them remaining, Valentine told them that Proteus is the person whom was not able to leave because of love. When Proteus came, he was welcomed by Valentine. Proteus was also introduced to Sylvia, who was displeased due to the attitude shown by Proteus. Sylvia left the both of them when Thurio returned and told her that he was being called by his father. When the two of them remaining, Valentine asked Proteus about Verona. Proteus answered that everything is fine. Valentine then proceeded to tease again him. At this point, he told him to stop and said to Valentine that he is obviously in love. The two tackled about their love and then departed. After Valentine and Proteus departed, Proteus, my former love is dying and is forgotten by someone who it because of her perfectness or just my transgressions. She is beautiful, and so is Julia. Is she for mine or for Valentine's? At the streets of Milan. While walking, Speed seen Lance and welcome him. Lance is sad and say that he isn't welcome here. Speed then told that they should go to the nearest bar and have some drink. They also talk about their masters about their love. They then decided that they should continue their talk at the bar. Back at the Duke's palace, Proteus stands alone and thinking. Leaving Julia was a mistake. To love Sylvia is a mistake. To betray my friend Valentine is a mistake. Love has tempted me to transgression, and now Valentine is my enemy. Back at Verona at Julia's house. After a long time, Julia misses Proteus, so she made a plan to follow him. She also asked Lucetta for advice, and she advised Julia that she should cut her hair. Julia refused and said that she would just tie it. She also asked Lucetta to keep his plan secret. Lucetta told Julia that she would just be sad on what she will witness there. But Julia is faithful that Proteus loves her truly and will not betray her. Milan at the Duke's palace. At the Duke's palace, the Duke and Proteus met. Proteus approached the Duke and reveals the plan of Valentine, but altered with malice to visit Sylvia. The Duke gave thanks to Proteus for telling the truth. After that, Proteus departed. While the Duke is standing, he saw Valentine and talked to him. He told him that as Sylvia is a very disobedient child, and he asked Valentine on how to court a woman to be his wife. Valentine gave him advices, but due to the malice given by Proteus, the Duke grabbed the cloth that Valentine had. The Duke read the letter. I think of you, Sylvia, every night, and this night I will meet with you. This angered the Duke, and told Valentine that if he wants to stay alive, he better leave. While walking away, Proteus and Lance saw Valentine. The both of them approached Valentine and talk him. Valentine has no response to them but asked them about Sylvia. Proteus that Sylvia, unlike his father, is not angry to him. He also said that she begged and cried to his father to repel the law of banishing Valentine. After there, they depart ways. After the Duke told Valentine to leave, Why do I have to suffer this and not just die? Where will be the light in this dark world? Where will be the joy of Sylvia sit with me? At the Duke's palace. At the palace, the Duke told Thurio that Sylvia will be mourn love to him since Valentine is gone. Thurio replied that she even hated him more since the banishment. Proteus came and joined the conversation. The Duke asked Proteus if how can they make Sylvia to forget Valentine. Proteus replied that they should slander Valentine. The Duke told him to slander Valentine, but Proteus said that he cannot do it if he did but just lied. He made his friendship with Valentine as an excuse to refuse the Duke's request. The Forest of Mantua. After being exiled, Valentine and Speed walked through the forest. While on their way, they were surrounded by outlaws. The both of them pleaded to the outlaws not to hurt them. After their conversation and understanding each other, the outlaws let them pass. Outside the Duke's palace, Proteus is with Julia. He was able to recognize her since she was wearing a man's clothes. And she introduced herself as Sebastian. While they were together, Proteus gave him a task to give a letter to Sylvia, narrating that Julia gave to him to Sylvia. Julia was sad and asks him about his turmoil. Love, but he said that she should not care about it. Julia headed to Sylvia to meet her. When Julia met Sylvia, she gave first the ring. Sylvia refused to accept the ring since she heard that it was given by Julia to him. Sylvia asked for the letter that was for her. Julia refused. Sylvia understands and says that she no longer wanted since Proteus cannot fulfill his promises. At a street in Milan, Sylvia meet with Aglamour at night. At the streets they planned and prepared to go to the forest of Mantua to find Valentine. After their plan is made, they immediately headed to the forest. At the Duke's palace, Thurio, Proteus, and Sylvia talked to each other. Thurio asked Proteus about the progress he is making to Sylvia. While they are talking, the Duke came. The Duke asks them if they knew where Aglamour and Sylvia is. The Duke explains that Sylvia went with Aglamour to find Valentine in the forest in Mantua. The Duke asks for their help to find them, and then they parted. Why is she like that? I will have my revenge on you, Aglamour, for taking Sylvia. I will pursue more for me love for Sylvia than hating on Aglamour. I will follow for my love, rather than hating Sylvia, even heck how's that love to gone. At the forest of Mantua. In the forest of Mantua, Aglamour and Sylvia suffered the same fate with Valentine and Sylvia. And like them, Sylvia was captured, but Aglamour escaped. One of the outlaws asked his fellow if where is the man that was with Sylvia, who was Aglamour. His fellow outlaws said that they were not able to catch up with him because he was fast. Still at the forest of Mantua, Valentine thinks about his current situation. While buying Galoni, he noticed that there's a man in the area, so he hid himself. The person who came were Proteus, Sylvia, and Julia. Proteus tells Julia that she should be happy because he saved her. Sylvia said that it would be better that she would die than being with an unfaithful and disloyal man. While on conversation with each other, Proteus forced his desire to Sylvia. Valentine showed himself and prevents Proteus from his evil desire. After pushing him to the ground, Valentine said that he is a friend that cannot be trusted, loved, and is not faithful. Having hearing the words, Proteus is ashamed and asks for forgiveness, and Valentine forgives him. Time passed. Thurio and the Duke meet with Valentine. Thurio says that Sylvia belongs to her. Valentine challenges him to a duel. Thurio refuses and says that he will not risk himself for a woman that doesn't love him. The Duke, knowing the truth and seeing he is a man of honor and of worthy qualities, he pardoned him. Valentine also asked to pardon the outlaws. For they were also honorable, he said. The Duke fulfilled his request. After all that happened, they all departed in the forest. Thank you for watching and God bless.
Grado na layor. Gina. Ada. Buga. Katawa. Ayaw cool. Bata cool. Ay! Dahoy. Darong dahoy.
Asa man na?
Baho ako to tayo. Kayo. Oh, hapit namin na uman, oh. Hapit na uman. Hapit na. Oh.